This is a comparison of two Mongoose fat bikes that are made by Pacific Cycle. The Mongoose Dozer was my original fat bike back in 2014, prior to my purchasing the Mongoose Dolomite at Walmart. Bought this Mongoose Dozer bike Toys R Us in Lynchburg, Virginia. And since Toys R Us is on its way out, unfortunately, spoke to Pacific Cycle division of Dorel Industries, and this fat bike, the Mongoose Dozer, unfortunately is no longer in production as of 2015. But it was my first original fat bike, and tire's still good. Rode it about every weekend in between loads, or went on my brakes. The only thing I've replaced is the tubes, because the tubes eventually dry rot from ozone, and I got the special blue BMX valve cap. Yeah, about a year ago I a little over a year ago, I stopped riding this one because eventually I think I'm probably gonna put it up for sale eventually, but when, I haven't decided. Yeah, I like the Mongoose Dozer, but the only downside of it is that it's heavier than the Dolomite, and it's heavier than the other fat bikes on the market. And when I've ridden this one, it feels like there's a difference in the geometry with the way it's made. And also, I've had flat tire before, and even cleaned the rear rim, but it seems like you can still see road grime in the rear rim with the grease and so forth. I took this bike to a bike shop and replaced the chain, and did replace some parts, not much, but it's like after that, I took it to the bike shop, I've just kept it for future reference. And I do have some scratches on the front handlebar here. That's just from wear and tear. But I always wear a helmet when I ride these. Skateboard helmet. And I would say the Mongoose Brutus is probably a better fat bike than the Mongoose Dozer, because it's not as heavy for some reason. I think it's due to the metal tubing right in here compared to what you see over there. And it's like there's a little bit of height difference you can see with both the top steerer tube and so forth. Both these bikes have the 26 by 4 inch Wanda tire. Even with both bikes, I've even put inner tube protection in the rim area here too. And I'll say the Brutus pedals better than the Mongoose Dozer bike. And this is more simpler to ride than the Mongoose Dozer, where you don't have to lift it so much up in the air. But also when I did the tube protection on this, I added some Mr. Tuffy and rim tape just to connect one end to the other. That's just so I don't get a internal spoke puncture. And the tubes on the Mongoose Brutus, since it does have yellow rims, the tubes have a yellow line around them, which I discovered, which is just almost like the Phoenix 26 by 4.0 tube. But I like to ride this one better because it's lighter than that Mongoose Dozer. But both of them have a coaster brake, single speed. And as far as I know, the Mongoose Brutus is still available at any Kmart or Sears store, as far as I know. Yeah, I like the Mongoose Brutus. I even hate to see Kmart go, because Kmart has had some real good, neat products. Even that, where I got that 24-inch Outbreak bike, I'm lucky to discover some of the Kmarts are not on the closing list. But I like the Mongoose Brutus a lot better than the Mongoose Dozer. Mongoose Dozer is heavier, but it seems like there is some design difference from the Mongoose Dozer to the Mongoose Brutus. And it's like the Mongoose Dozer is sort of heavy just to bring up in the cab of a tractor trailer compared to a Dolomite. I like the fat bike, but I'd rather try to see what I can do with it. Like and enjoy. Yep, that's the comparison.